Hey guys, what about Ameobi here? We're gonna play Highland Park by Tanner Bronson. His entry into the TGC Tours 2023 World Cup of Design. Disclaimer: I have played this course on stream. I was meaning to record it whilst on stream, and I think I had a hotkey for recording, and I must have hit it by accident because the recording stopped. So we're gonna play it again off stream so you guys can see this. Really quite enjoyed it. Tanner is a guy that his courses come out. I'm always really excited to see what he's come up with. He's not designing as much as he used to. College and other life priorities seem to be getting I don't want to say in the way, but seem to be taking priority over this, which totally makes sense. It should. So then that's even more when he brings a course out. We're quite happy to see it, and we're quite interested in it. So yeah, let's have a look at what he's got out here. He's in Group C. I was just because I was looking for the name of the course because I couldn't remember. But yeah, Group C. I forget who's in there with him. Oh, first swing of the morning is not great, but it'll be fine. It gives me real Oakmont vibes, especially after they ripped all the trees out of Oakmont. I don't know if that was kind of the inspiration here, but that's the sense I'm getting. And we talked in the stream who designed Oakmont, and I forget. So let's start off with a nice little birdie. This to me looks like a pure golf course, right? You've got, he's built it up around like you've got some very environment appropriate housing around it, and so he's created a really cool environment here too. He's got the city back there. It is meant to be kind of Oakmont. That's near Pittsburgh, I think. So I don't know, maybe. It fits. It's he hasn't gone bananas with off course stuff. Like he's put some skyscrapers and stuff out there, which is cool. But just these houses just fit. Like they really fit. And so I think that that's one area where I think that the top designers really stand out above the rest is they'll use off course environment or objects. They'll use these things. Like we've got these little street lights or path lights or whatever, but they fit. Like they complement the course. They don't overpower the course. And I find a lot of times with quote unquote lesser designers, their objects will overpower the course, or they'll really have you scratching your head as to why they're there, right? Whereas this, it all fits. So I think in that regard, this is really well done. Oh, that might want to sit down a hair. Not the easiest pins to kick things off here. And another thing that I've started to learn is that this grass being so high, you have to do it in order for it to show up at all. It's unfortunate that the aim is that way because when you hit it into that grass, it can be taller than your player is. And it looks really goofy. But if you don't do that, then it won't show up the rest of the time on the course. So that's an unfortunate thing that the 2K and HB have not been able to solve, which, yeah, sucks. All right, so we're going to have a nice long par 4 here. This is one where a 280 driver, you're not going to be very happy, especially in the wind, because you're going to struggle with this bunker. But we should be fine. You could lay up. Thing is, if you lay up, you're gonna leave yourself. What are you leaving yourself if you come just straight to that bunker? Yeah, 220. But he's created the green is open, so you can. That's another thing that the really good designers will do is they'll create their green sites in such a way that if you opt to take the kind of less optimal play, like laying up there because you can't get over the bunker, you still have a chance, right? You have tons of room to run this ball on. Whereas other designers, they'll make it where you kind of have to take the risk. Otherwise, you're not going to have a shot. Because the green will be designed for, you know, having to go for it. Where is this going? There's quite a false edge on the right there. If the pin was to the right, this hole gets really interesting really quickly because that ball is going to roll all the way down there and bad things are going to happen. And you might find yourself having to play away from that. But at the same token, it's a pretty harsh fall off, right? You've got room to play away from it and leave yourself a reasonable putt. And again, that's another area where I think that the better designers stand out. If they put like depth like that, they leave you somewhere where you can play to. So, it's one where if I went pin hunting to a right pin and got that slope, I'd be upset, but I'd also have to, you know, accept that I tried a shot I really shouldn't have. Then we get ourselves a drivable 4. I don't mind this at all. Little tiny green. Just bunkers everywhere. Depending on how you are from the bunkers, if you can get it up here, you might be looking at a fairly straightforward birdie, but you don't want to miss this to the right because coming down that slope is going to be a mess. That goes left. Okay, so we're going to go visit this bunker. Now, in theory, this should be fine. This kind of strikes me as it's like, I'm not sure that you're going to lay up very often, but you could, and it might not be your worst idea. That didn't come out. Yeah, you might be better off throwing a full sand wedge into this. Oh, you bugger, you didn't break. I think I parred it last time, the first time I played it too. Yeah, it's a really cool little par 4, where it looks for all the world like you're just gonna hammer driver up there, but yeah, you might be better off laying up. You'd want to play that a couple times to figure it out. And then we get here where, you know, there's fairway over here, but the fairway's really over here. Again, it's a fairly long par 4. We want to just skirt this bunker. Oh, don't bounce right. Okay. Again, if you chose to lay up, you have room to run the ball on. So there's that option exists. Oh dear, that's fast and left and hoping for a bounce, and it might get one. That's a little dirty. That's a little dirty getting that bounce, but we're not going to complain. Greens are at 116, by the way. So he's got some interest in the greens, but you're not going to have balls rolling off greens, and like he's chosen a green speed here where he can have the interest he wants, without it getting out of control. So that's cool too. Again, it's unfortunate that this game was created in such a way that you have to do that. All right, this is fun. So it's slightly unfortunate we can't see this creek from the tee. I'll get over it pretty quickly, the way that the undulations and all that are. It'd be the one little nitpick is I'd love to see that creek from here, but so if you're going left, I think that's the short route. It's not really a great angle, and it's all the camera goes towards the water, so I don't know that I want to go over there. I think I like the idea of being here, opening up the green a little bit. Yeah. Now we're coming right down the throat of it rather than kind of that angle. I do love the idea that that creek. Yeah, I think he's taken some time to. He's definitely taken time to make this creek. It's going all the way through the place into a lake over there, and I think there might have been another one. Yeah, over there. Um, from what I can tell from the little designing I've watched, this is a pain in the ass creating a creek like this, and it looks very natural. It fits, and I like how he's used it on this hole here and had kind of that parallel to the line of play creek, and used that as a kind of a split fairway. A very natural way of doing it, kind of thing that you would think real life it would happen, because you'd be like, well, there's a creek there. What do we want to do? Oh dear, the fasts. Another goofy bounce. Oh, almost. And one minor criticism I might have of that hole, I don't see why you would go left. Now if I saw somebody else play it, I might see, but I think it's shorter. But I just think that you're still hitting probably an iron from the right, so I don't know why you would hit it into a cambered fairway that's cambering towards water to give yourself a worse angle to maybe be 10 or 15 yards closer. No, I'm not sure. So that, yeah. And then really cool use of the undulation here. And then the creek being down at the bottom of it. Again, just looks really natural. It's just, this looks like a course that the land was here and it got routed based on the features of the land, right? And the way the creek is, and the way that the undulation of the hills are. Doesn't feel like anything's forced, which I really like. I really don't like it when people try to force fairways and holes into, and then really like do all kinds of manipulation of the land to make it work. I like for it to be, you broke left. I mean, I pulled it, but it actually went left. Weird. Yeah, I like it when it's more natural like this. I think this is a very cool course. Is it the kind of course that a casual player is going to look at and go, "Oh my God, this is amazing"? I don't know. I don't know. Guarantee that designers are going to look at this and go, "Wow, this is really well done," because they're going to understand what he's been doing here. Left. Okay, big bounce. No, bigger than that. All right. So carry the bunker on the left. Then we leave ourselves 250-ish. Whoa, what a pin, man. Okay, we're playing over here. This pin is absolutely evil. Oh God. I don't even know if I don't think I'd want to hit a full wedge into that thing. Just so close to the edge of the green there. I think, yeah, dump it over in the middle and two putt and go and get out of here. Feels like the play. Whoa. All right. Okay. Not that. I mean, that pin is interesting. Very, very tight. You're not making eagle there unless you make a bomb, but you can play it in the middle of the green and two putt and get going. So, and then holy smokes. Yikes. That's tight. Now, I think you need to be over here a little bit. I think you need to play a little left. I think if you go right at that, I mean, we're hitting a sand wedge, but you've got 8 feet behind it maybe, and you've got 6 feet short of it. I think long left is kind of the move. Oh, I took too. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna stay. Thank you. I lofted it too much because I was afraid Sandwich was gonna clear everything. So this is where the 116 greens helps. I think anything faster, and I'm down here. I think you're aiming here, just to make sure you're safe, right? You don't want to catch that the ridge here. You don't want to stick it in the bunker there. This is interesting. That you have 116 yards, I think it was, and you're probably not playing at that pin unless you have the absolute perfect yardage, right? I just don't think it's. I think that but yeah, you're looking at a hole of this length and you're thinking about, yeah, maybe I shouldn't go for the pin, because you don't have to miss it by much to not have anything. Whereas here, at least I have a putt. It's not an easy putt, but it's a putt. And it's in for birdie. Yeah, that's you don't usually have to think that much on a hole of this length. I like that. I can see some people getting a little bit frosty about that pin, and I wouldn't blame them, but I get it. He's trying to make it not be an automatic birdie on a short par 3 like that, and he has given you a spot to play to. It's just probably not the spot people want. They want to just be stuffing it in there and, you know, making an easy birdie and off they go. We'll hit 3-wood here. Just leave it back for a full wedge, hopefully. Yeah. Again, this area here is gonna, so a pin over in this neighborhood is gonna make you have to think this is an easier pin. Another thing you'll find with the better designers is you can score on their courses. Now, the major competition is coming up soon. That would be a little different. But that's the whole purpose of the major competition, is to create stupidly difficult, gimmicky. You kind of have to make them gimmicky be difficult. Courses, right? Any other course these guys make, you can score on it. You might have to think your way through to score on it, but they're not gonna artificially make their course more difficult. Like, they're not gonna crown their greens. They're gonna have a fairly consistent, you know, shaping to the green. They're gonna leave you options. You don't want to go right at the pin. You'll almost always be able to hit it in the middle of the green and have a decent putt. They're not trying to kick your teeth in like I see a lot of newer designers try to do. That was a really cool blind tee shot there. I love this environment. It just looks like such a pure golf course to me. Again, you could have hit 3-wood there to leave it back for a full shot. I felt okay about a pitch. Just a lot of little details in this course too. Like the framing is fantastic. What do we got for building here? I don't think it's somebody's house. Not a halfway house, I don't think. It's there. I'm curious why that's there. Like, is it a house where Buddy just said I'm not selling it? But it can't be his house. It's like right in the middle of the golf course. Maybe it's a house that got repurposed. 12th hole. It could be kind of a halfway house, I guess. And then here's another par 3 where you'll go pin seeking. You go pin seeking at your peril. So we will. That catches that slope wrong, we're in trouble. It caught that slope wrong. And and then he puts light rough. I'm seeing this a lot now, where instead of having fairway around the green, people are putting light rough. The reason is very simple. You can't putt from it. Putting from the fairway is super easy. So putting rough there makes you have to chip it. At least that's I assume what the reason is. Sure. I like fairway around greens, but I get it. Okay. So the angle we want is over here, and that's where the trouble is. So again, here's like, yeah, your preferred route is to go down the left and cut it as close to that left side as you can. Leaves you an angle, right? If you don't, it's okay. You'll still have a shot. It just won't be optimal. And for once, I don't fast it, so I end up playing safe. So yeah, from here, it's not a great angle at all. And the fairway's not helping me either. I can still play it though, and if you had to, you can play left. I mean, that putt's not going to be miserable. The putt down that ridge, it's not going to kill you. Yeah, you'll have a hard time stopping it at the hole probably, but you won't be flying way past it. And then you kind of, you know, ideally you just want to keep it to the right of that ridge and then not have to worry about it. But again, it's just, there's that restraint that is a helping and hurting slope. But it's not a helping, and it's helping, yes, for this pin. If you're left of it, it's a hurting slope. But it's not a you're dead, you have no chance. Which again, I see a lot from the less established designers. Where's the hole? Oh, it's over there. Ah, we can't. Oh, he's hinkled me. Okay. So you kind of have to play an iron out here. Now, I don't know. I feel like in my stream, somebody said they were able to do some kind of goofy, fully lofted cut with the driver. And even if you can, you're going to be there somewhere, maybe. Like, I don't think you're ever getting it all the way to the hole with a big cut. Thing is, if you try that, and you catch one of these trees, this is all it'll be. So yeah, I'm not sure that if you can do it, I would maybe goof around with in a practice round. See if you can do it. I don't think I would ever do it in the actual round though. I don't know how that's benefiting you over having this. All right, like a full sand wedge. That fast made it go just a bit too far. Otherwise, I think it was money. But yeah, I'm not sure why you would want to get it up near the green. And then if you look around the green, there's all kinds of mounding, and you're not going to find a level lie. And if you were here, now you got to chip to here, and you got to deal with this. In a way, I kind of wish it was a bit more accessible for driver to bring this into play more. But it could be I'm just not seeing it. It could be that there's a shot there I'm just not seeing. It would be unusual because I normally, anytime you can try to go for it, I usually do. But to me, it's an iron off the tee and then a wedge every day of the week. Like, I don't see why you would ever try to bite that off. And I couldn't see it from the tee, so if it's there, it's there. Okay, long par 3. That pin is mean. You can try and cut it in there, I guess. Well, I don't guess. I know you can. I think you play to the middle here. Or you slow it into death. Okay, this is a problem. Well, I wasn't expecting that bunker shot. We'll take it though. Good gracious. All right. But yeah, long par 3. You're gonna part probably more often than you birdie it, which is fine. You need some of those holes too. All right, now we get ourselves 600 yards. if we get enough of this, we can get there. We want to stay up here though. Both for angles and whatnot, length, but and flat lie, but also like if you lose it down the left, you know, we're struggling. If you were to lose it down the left, you're not getting here. Because you're gonna it's just gonna get longer and longer, and then you're going uphill. Nah, screw it. It's gonna catch that false front. I think on this hole you need to know 1,000,000% you can get there, or you need to just lay up. Although that wasn't the worst leave in the world where we were. Some helping wind. I play it out to the right more. Catch. It's not going to chase as much either though. Like that back pin, it's not going to chase as much because of the green speeds. Front pin changes that quite a lot. You're going to go for it every time. Here I kind of wanted to just make sure I didn't go near the water. I'm not sure if there's a... Now it's a better angle over here, actually. Yeah. So you want to make sure you keep it to the left of that hog's back so that you don't bring the water into play. All right. So clearly you can score on this course, which is okay. But I do feel like I've been relatively smart in how I've played it, which I think has helped. I think it is entirely possible that you could run up a hell of a score here if you're not, or maybe not run, like you're not going to get your teeth kicked in out here, but I could see where birdies could dry up really quickly if you start doing some goofy things. I mean, here, you could hit driver over here, I guess. Not sure why you would. I feel like you're bringing in a lot of trouble for no real reason. I can just hit a 3-wood down here. I'll have 9-iron or wedge in. Yeah. I'll have pitching wedge, I guess. Into the wind a bit, uphill a bit. We'll stuff it in there. We'll shoot 60 or I don't remember what the par is in this place. There you go. We'll shoot 27 on the back. It is a 59. This is par 71. We made 1 par on the back. Scores are out there, guys. This is just, so what do I really like about this course? Love the environment. To me, it's a pure golf course. It's, it has that kind of Oakmont vibe. I don't know that it's not a rip-off of Oakmont by any stretch of the imagination. It just has that kind of, gives you that sense of Oakmont. I love the way he's right out of the creek through there, and how it's coming, where it's coming to play and how it's coming to play. It's subtle, the way the creek comes into play in a lot of cases, but it's there, and you do have to think about it. It's just not this, all or nothing in your face kind of hazard, which I enjoy. I enjoy, again, that subtlety to it. There are some pins out there that are very, very tight, but then there's tons of room to play away from that pin, to leave yourself 10 or 15 feet. I like the 9th hole. I thought was very cool, where you're hitting a little tiny wedge in there, but you're probably not going to go at it unless you have the absolute perfect yardage. And even then, if you have tempo like I normally do, my tempo got crazy on the back 9. That doesn't normally happen. You're gonna have to think about, do I feel comfortable hitting, do I feel comfortable that I'm gonna get it into a, you know, that small of a circle where I've got 6 feet short, 8 feet long, right? And then not much either side, where I can play left, and a little left gives me a little long, kind of, I wouldn't say takes the false or the ridge out of play, but it reduces it for sure. I just think it's a cool way of creating a little par 3 for pin set 2, right? You're gonna want to play all the other pin sets. I'm sure there's some other spicy pins out there, because it felt like there was a couple of spicy pins and then some kind of easier ones, and I'm gonna guess that that's sprinkled out through the 4 pin sets. I think it's gonna be a great tournament course. It's a course you can score on. It's also a course you can get yourself into trouble with a bit, and I guess I don't know you're gonna make crap tons of bogeys because of the shots you play, but you're gonna take birdie out of the equation a bunch. So yeah, and you know, I don't know there's anything I really dislike about it. I think it's a very good, it's a looker. It's got strategy. I really like it. I like how natural it is too. It's a great job, Tanner. Good luck in the contest. I would expect you would go far. The only way you won't is if you have other amazing courses in your group, which is entirely possible. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit like, let me know you're enjoying the content. Hit subscribe, let me know you want to see more. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of this course. You've heard what I think it's amazing. I want to hear kind of your guys' thoughts. We'll have more of these World Cup courses. We'll have more World Cup course playthroughs coming soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.